Hi guys, I'm Em and welcome back to Eight-Legged Babes. Today is going to be a little bit of a different format. I'm just rehousing my Cyriocosmus elegans or my Trinidad dwarf tarantula, and it's going to be a very quick rehouse. This is something I tend to do off camera, is when I just switch my slings into slightly bigger enclosures or do just a quick rework of their enclosure if it's not like quite fitting them. And I thought one of my, changes this year for this channel, or one of my goals, is to just include you guys in more of my day-to-day activities with my spiders. And that means making more, maybe just like quick videos or more relaxed format videos. So let me know if you guys like this format. I'm more than happy to do this more often. It's a lot easier for me because it means a lot less prep work and less editing time and just getting to share spider stuff with you. So today I'm just gonna do a quick rehouse of my Cyriocosmus elegans. Again, she's the last of my spiders from the spider shop shipment a couple months ago that is still in her shipping enclosure. She was in a very small vial, and she was so small when I got her. I want to say she was like 1/8 of an inch or even smaller than that, that I just put dirt in it and kept her in there. And she's molted enough and grown enough that I want her in a slightly bigger enclosure with a bit more A, room to burrow, and B, an easier way for me to get eyes on her so that I know she's eating and I can feed her more easily. So come along, I'm just gonna get her set up and do like a talk over of kind of how I'm thinking out the process. So let's go. Okay, we're doing a quick rehousing today of my Cyriocosmus elegans. So she has molted at least once in here since I got her, possibly twice, but I have found it is very hard to keep track of her in this just because of how deep the substrate is, the fact that they are a species that is more prone to burrowing, and because she is so small and the label is very big. I want to move her into the same size I have my Bee Amelia in. I'm trying to keep her on cut up prey rather than fruit flies because she is my only spider out of over 40 spiders that is on fruit flies. So I'm trying to not have to buy fruit flies if I don't have to, just for her. So we're gonna get her moved in, see how she's doing, and get her kind of set up and comfy. And I just wanted to bring you guys along for, what my quick rehouses look like for some of my slings instead of my big kind of fancy rehouses. I'm going to use a bowl like this just because it's big, light color, so she's easier to see, and I'll be able to move her easier. She is. I don't know if you guys can see her. Those little pink leggies. Yeah. She's gotten big already. I mean, she's still tiny, but there we go. Oh, plopped right out. You can already see that heart butt on her. And she is very nervous right now. God, she's probably molted like 3 times already. She's, I think, the same size as my Bee Amelia now, which is insane. So let's get her set up in a better enclosure for her. Actually, I'll probably reuse some of this dirt because it's going to have some of her webbing in it. It's got a nice moisture level to it that we know she's comfortable with. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead, add some ventilation holes, and I do them around the sides for everyone, and then I tend to do more for more arid species in the middle. I'll do a couple for her, but they aren't a super arid species. And then we'll do probably 1 to 2 rows around the outside. Okay. Add some water. And for my tarantulas, I tend to use distilled or spring. I try not to use city water or treated water just because of the added chemicals. Get some of these sticks out of here. Since she's so little, we don't need her getting stabbed by any of these big sticks. We want some nice, soft substrate for her to be able to burrow. Maybe a little bit more moisture, and then I'll throw a layer of dry on top. It's clumping pretty good, which is what I want. But these, I will say the downside to these deli cups is they are harder to keep moisture levels consistent in. They dry out very easily. So you want to kind of almost overdo it when you first set them up so that they have more room to kind of dry out. You don't want to set it up and then they immediately dry out on you, is basically what I'm saying. This poor, hold on, I'll show you guys her. I know she's fine, she's just scared, but this poor thing is just sitting here. Little baby. She's one that I really haven't gotten to see since I did the spider shop unboxing, so it's cool seeing how much she's already grown in such a short time. What, like a month and a half? The downside to having so many slings is that I can't really use a lot of the cork bark I have. It's just too big for these little enclosures. But the upside is it means I get to use like some of these really cute little 3D printed things that I've gotten from people on Etsy. Just being a little camera shy. Ooh. We're just gonna pop a leaf right over her for now. She's trying to burrow under the dirt and there's just not enough. So I could do something like this. It's a little big, but honestly, it'll suit her for a while. And then can kind of just build the dirt up around it, do a little bit of a burrow for her. And then pack the dirt down. And then a little bit of leaf litter. This is some of my homemade leaf litter from last fall. I collect maple leaves in my neighborhood and boil them to sanitize them. And I like them a lot for some species because they're a lot softer. I also have my live oak leaf litter, which is wonderful, and I have a ton of it, but they're very hard leaves. They're the same as like this leaf. And for a small species like this, and a very delicate size spider, I don't want anything too pokey or too difficult for her to manipulate in her enclosure. I want everything to be kind of soft, kind of more suited to her environment. Okay, but that's really cute. Okay, and then we'll try and get a little bit of frog moss in there. Now, obviously there's not a ton of room, so there's not gonna be a ton of frog moss, but I can shove a little bit back here just to help retain some of that moisture that I want in her enclosure so bad. Nope. I always do that. I spray it and the leaf litter just flies out. Okay. And make sure one last time that there's a nice little path for her. Okay. Ta-da! Okay, that's cute. That's by far my cutest sling enclosure because I don't have any real decor in any of my other ones, so. Get this leaf back out of here. Oh, well, that's handy. Oh my God. Okay. I'm gonna see if I can get. Guys, look at her. Look at her. She's just bitty. She's just a bitty baby. I mean, guys, look me dead. You can't because my face isn't on screen right now, but look me dead in the eye and tell me that you were afraid of this thing. She doesn't even know what bad is. She's never done a bad thing in her life. Look at her. Just a perfect little angel. Oh my gosh. Okay. I want to try and move this so that I can scoot her in closer to her house. Let me zoom in a little. Move this leaf a little. God, you guys know how my hands shake when I'm working with the really bitty ones, which is not good. Okay. Nope, go down. There you go. Okay. Hopefully this is a good fit for her. Oh my gosh. She's honestly gorgeous. It's crazy how early they get their adult colors. It's really wild. I love her so much. I love her so much. The little heart on the booty. Okay, we're gonna leave her alone. I've terrorized her enough. So that's gonna do it for us today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Again, let me know if you like this format. I'm happy to try this out more this year. And I have a lot of rehousings planned down the road. I have a lot of really cool enclosures coming and a lot of really cool DIYs that I'm planning out for my baby jumpers. So stick around, and thanks again for watching the video. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.